Hello, friends. Welcome back to our English Shadowing podcast. I am your host. Today, we have a long and relaxing session. We are going to spend 30 minutes together. We will step into the life of a woman named Elena. Elena is a woman who chased her dreams and caught them. Now she lives a happy, peaceful life. Before we start, let's remember the rules of shadowing. This is not a listening test. This is a speaking exercise. I will read a sentence, then I will leave a quiet space. In that quiet space, you must speak. Repeat exactly what I said. Copy my speed, copy my melody. If you are walking, walk to the rhythm of the story. If you are sitting, sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders. Are you ready to meet Elena? Let's go to her world. Elena opened her eyes. The room was filled with soft yellow light. She did not use an alarm clock anymore. She woke up with the sun. She stretched her arms and took a deep breath. The air smelled like the ocean, salt and fresh flowers. This was her favorite smell in the world. Elena got out of bed and walked to the window. She opened the curtains. Below her house, the blue sea was calm. Small fishing boats were moving slowly on the water. She smiled. 10 years ago, she woke up to traffic noise. 10 years ago, she saw only gray buildings. But today, she saw endless blue. "Good morning, world," she whispered. She felt a warm feeling in her chest. It was gratitude. Elena put on a simple white dress and sandals. She didn't need high heels. She didn't need a suit. She walked out of her house. Her house was small, but it was perfect. It had a bright blue door and a garden full of lemons. She walked down the cobblestone street. The town was waking up. "Buongiorno, Elena!" shouted Mr. Ricci, the old grocer. "Good morning, Mr. Ricci," Elena waved back. Everyone knew her name here. She was not a stranger. She was part of the family. She walked towards the town square. She owned a small bakery there. It was called the Golden Crumb. It was her dream. For years she saved her money. For years she planned this moment. And now it was real. Elena unlocked the door of the bakery. Inside, it was cool and quiet. She put on her apron. It was time to work. But for Elena, this was not work. It was art. She started to prepare the dough for the bread. Flour, water, salt, and yeast. Simple ingredients, but they made something magic. She used her hands to mix the dough. She was strong. She remembered her old life in the big city. In her old life, she typed on a computer all day. Her hands were clean, but her heart was empty. Now, her hands were covered in flour, but her heart was full. Soon, the oven was hot. The smell of fresh bread filled the street. This smell was the best advertisement. People started to arrive. Around noon, the bakery was busy. Tourists and locals came in for coffee and cake. Elena moved fast. She served espresso. She served lemon tarts. She laughed with her customers. Suddenly, she saw a young woman in the corner. The woman was on her laptop. She was talking on the phone. She looked stressed. She looked tired. Elena stopped for a moment. She looked at the young woman, and she saw herself. Elena remembered the corporate meetings. She remembered the stress. She remembered crying in the subway station because she was so tired. She walked over to the young woman. She put a fresh cookie on her table. "On the house," Elena said with a smile. "Take a break." The young woman looked up, surprised. "Thank you," she said. Elena winked. "Life is short. Enjoy the cookie." At 3 p.m., the bakery closed for a few hours. This was the siesta time. In this town, people knew how to rest. Elena took a book and went to the beach. She sat on the warm sand. She didn't look at her phone. She didn't check her emails. She just listened to the waves. Shh. She thought about her definition of success. When she was 25, success meant money. It meant a big car and a corner office. Now she was 40. Now success meant peace. Success meant having time to read a book on a Tuesday afternoon. Success meant sleeping well at night. She watched a seagull fly in the sky. "I am free," she thought. "I am finally free." The sun began to set. The sky turned pink and orange. Elena went back home. Tonight, she had guests. Her friends were coming for dinner. They were not famous people. One was a painter, one was a fisherman, one was a teacher. They sat in her garden, under the lemon trees. They ate pasta and drank local wine. They talked about life, art, and funny stories. There was no competition. Nobody asked, "How much money do you make?" They only asked, "Are you happy?" Elena looked at the faces of her friends. She felt rich. Not rich with money, but rich with love. The night was over. The friends went home. Elena washed the dishes. She liked the warm water on her hands. She turned off the lights and went to her bedroom. The window was open. The cool night breeze came in. She lay down on her bed. She thought about tomorrow. Tomorrow she would make bread again. Tomorrow she would see the ocean again. It was a simple life, but it was her life. She closed her eyes. She didn't wish for anything else. She didn't want to be anywhere else. "Thank you," she whispered to the universe. And then she fell into a peaceful sleep. And that is the story of Elena, a woman who found happiness in simplicity. How do you feel? Did you feel the warm sun? Did you smell the fresh bread? You did a fantastic job today. 30 minutes of speaking English is a big achievement. Your mouth muscles might be tired. That is good. It means you're building strength. Remember Elena's lesson. Success is not just about the destination. It is about enjoying the journey. It is about finding peace in the small moments. You can listen to this podcast again while you are cooking or cleaning or walking. Let Elena's story become your story. Thank you for spending your time with me. I am very proud of you. Have a wonderful, peaceful day. Goodbye.